Back picked up Manganelli, short into the half-forward line, goes towards Condy. He is tackled, brought to the ground. Umpire says high, so free kick will go to Scotty Condy. And he's got the ball just on or about the 50-metre line. He goes quickly into the forward line, kick, hit the ground, picked up there by Robinson. Couldn't get pick the ball up cleanly. Crawley's back over the top of it, picked up. The handball comes out, and again it ends up in the hands there of... Now there's a free kick being given. And it's going to go to Mick Gros by the looks of it. And he will go back and shoot for goal. So Mick Gros, about 25 out from goal. A little bit of an angle to work with here. But this is the start that Inverleigh would definitely be looking for. So Mick Gros just needs to kick at that right post, I reckon, with a little bit of work across the ground. That's what he does. It looks pretty nice off the boot, and it has gone straight through the middle. Mick Gros has got his first goal of the afternoon, and Inverleigh now their third. They're 3-2. They trail Bannockburn 5-3, and we've gone just over 1 minute. Second quarter, Commonafine Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, I don't know why they ever sacked you, Smitty. You called that perfectly. You knew where he had to put it. He knew where he had to put it. Came back nicely, straight through the middle. He'd been around a while, Mick Gros, and I didn't see the free kick, obviously, but he's got that, and that's the start that Inverleigh needed, because a goal the other way, and all of a sudden you're starting to play catch-up footy. So
back in the middle we go again. This time Hyman's over the top, goes towards Cations coming through. When handball from Jervis went out towards Tyquin, and he puts the ball towards centre wing. Link Peters is out there, couldn't get to the ball, and it will now run over the boundary line and will be thrown back in. Just attacking side of centre wing for the Bannockburn side. Young umpire jumping the fence. You don't see that too often.
Well, they're not supposed to. I don't think they're allowed
that,
to.
but it's common sense there. It was good on him. Bit of
work. Sack next week for doing
ball back thrown in by the umpire. About the back it comes toward Middleton. Over the top. He takes the ball. But again, no prior opportunity there. So umpire will come back and take possession of it. A ball up to take place. Just where the ball had been thrown in, Hymans uses his body this time, takes it out of the ruck and puts boot to ball. Just goes to true centre wing, high over the back mark, or the mark wasn't taken there by Condy. It's pushed forward, trying to work his way through the contest as Middleton. Did get boot to ball, goes back towards Hymans. He's over the top of it, got the handball back to Best. He gets out of trouble, handballs back inside locations. I think that was a throw, but the umpires let it go.
Very close.
It was either that or a Polly Farmer or a Teddy Whitten flick, whatever they used to call it. And... the ball, unfortunately, went back over the boundary line, so the umpire out there will have a little bit more work to do.
If it had to come off, it would have looked $1 million.
Yes. So, again, we said Miller doing the ruck work and being back in there. Hybens, as we've done the whole quarter for. Now there's a free kick, and it's going to Jimmy Hybens.
Push to Hybens.
Yep, so he handballs out the back to Best. He's standing still, but he gets momentum, goes forward now to the half-forward line. Pushing the back there, I thought. Broman put hands in the back. He's able to scoop the ball back towards Robinson. Grozdanovsky slides in, a kick along the boundary as far as Crowley, but he can't take it. Picked up there. I think that's Cole Josh, and he's taken in a strong tackle. Ball will be back with the umpire once again. Just outside there, forward 50. Right on the boundary line, far side of the ground from where we sit. And it's thrown it very quickly. Hyman's front position, taps it down. And the Tyquin over the top, handballs to Middleton. Middleton tries to free up. I think it's Jai Robinson. He gets out of trouble there nicely and goes back into the middle of the ground in front. Jarks couldn't take the mark. Picked up there at the back, Alford. It was de Blasio. Went to Baxter. Baxter goes back further to Templeton. He's kicking to the middle. Didn't have the desired effect, and the mark has been taken out there by Jake Miles. So Miles, from right in the middle of the ground, looks to go out wide towards Peters, and he'll take the mark. He's inside 50. Does use the ball very well, Jake Miles.
Too far out for Link?
Just. So he's going sideways and will go to Jervis. He picks the ball up, gets out of trouble. Now steadies, props, and goes back to the goal square. And Scott's there in best position. It was held. Jarks couldn't get boot the ball. Now lies over the top of it. Unbelievably trying to force it through, and they do that now and through for a minor score. So it's a minor to Bannockburn. 5-4, Bannockburn, 3-2 Inverleigh, and 4.5 minutes gone. Second quarter.
I think that might have been a free there to young Scott, but anyway, out comes the ball from the kickoff. Manganelli takes a good mark. He comes back now towards the members' side. He's looking for someone's knocked big thingo off. Looking for Platt, that's correct. Platt comes up towards Grozanowski, but it wasn't a good kick. Scott chips in, can't pick it up. Matty, how he does. He gets a handball to Broman. He's gone back. He went to Bowden in the finish, and it's been smothered off his boot. I think he was looking for Matty Howie again, and the ball's been smothered and goes over the boundary line for a throw-in. Only about 25 metres around from the goals. Boundary umpire comes in, picks it up, has a good look, see what's going on. What's he doing? What did he do there?
That's very professional. Grubby's just looking at the ball to see which is the best way to hold it.
Oh, well, good man, good man.
Like having a good goal kicker, mate.
Back it up with a good throw, son, and he does too. It goes up. Hybens gets the tap out, but it comes down to Howie. Howie gets a quick kick, but it doesn't go anywhere. Picked up by Miles. He gets a handball out to Hetherington. He can kick a goal from here, Hetherington. He goes on the right boot, and it's just gone over to the right-hand side of the big sticks. Through for a point to Bannockburn, and Bannockburn move them down to 5-4-34. They lead Inverleigh 3-2-20 on the Comnafine scoreboard. Out it comes. Looks like all options are covers. It goes down the centre, right down the middle into the centre of the ground. It's a big kick, but a great mark to Matty Tyquin. Tyquin now plays on. Puts it over towards the half. There's Bannockburn blokes everywhere. Jervis, I think it was. He's had a flying shot for goal, but he's missed as well. And a couple of near misses for Bannockburn that really could have got him in front. It was Jervis, wasn't it? Yes,
Yep.
It was. Another point. Play on. Out they come now. Goes over to Manganelli. He gets yet another touch, Manganelli. He's put in a pretty good performance here today. Comes around the members' wing. Puts it right up into the... Oh, Broman's got the sit here. Punched away by Filet over the boundary line. And it'll be a boundary throw-in just around from the commentary box in front of the Inverleigh coach's box here at Victoria Park. He's done it again. I laugh at this boundary up by, but hey, he's thrown it in pretty good.
He
So
lines it up between there and the centre square, mate.
He does.
He's getting his sight.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And in it comes. Another great throw. Up they go. Miller gets the tap down to Tyquin. Tyquin got his hand grabbed, so he gets the boot to it. Doesn't go very far. Manganelli gets it to Best. Best on the forward line, on the back line, comes towards the wing position, but a good punch out there by Crawley, and it goes over the boundary line again. They're sticking to the boundary line here, and as a result of that, the ball's had quite a few throw-ins. And now the young girl, it's your turn to throw in a pretty good throw. In she comes. Takes her time, that's the way. Up it goes, another good throw. Miller probably gets it from Hybens, but shucked beautifully by Tyquin. Can't get a real good kick away, but it's going to come back to BJ Harding. Harding puts it on the left boot. He puts it up towards the forward line. Tom sneaks back behind his opponent there, picks the ball up, runs into an open goal and goes bang. And Tom, magnificent football. Great kick from Bannockburn. And there's another one on the board for the Country Tigers. 5-6-36. That should be 6, shouldn't it?
6-6-36.
Should be 6-6-36 to the visitors here in Inverleigh 3-2-20 on the Comnafine
6-6-42 it should be, actually.
6-6-42. The scoreboard hasn't changed, but it's definitely 6-6-42. There it goes
tell
now.
us, Grub, they're listening to us.
3-2-20 again on the Comnafine scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a good play there. There was just the work of Robertson, got the ball forward quickly. Tom read it nicely off the boot, was able to double back and kick the goal there. But as I said, both sides not prepared to give up the middle of the ground, and they're both going around the outside. So the ball back in the middle this time. The ball comes out towards Best. He gets a handball over the top to Manganelli, goes back towards Gerard. On the left boot he goes and into the half-forward line. Out there is Drew. Ball is spoiled there from behind by Barth. Did nicely. Condi coming the other way, knocks it back towards centre wing. Leading in the race of the ball is Bowden, but he will see the ball over the boundary line and a throw-in to take place in the centre wing, far side of the ground.
It's funny, you associate Tom with the big marks and the big long goals, but he read the ball better. He knew where it was going. He put his body between him and the ball, ducked back, beautifully back, and kicked an easy goal. Brilliant football.
So centre wing, far side of the ground, as we said. Ball is thrown back in. Miller reaches up over the top. Miles takes it out of the contest. Goes to Hoey by hand. He kicks into the half-forward line. Filet Ned nicely and comes up and takes the mark. So he will go back now from Inverleigh. Got the handball away to Templeton. Put him under a little bit of pressure. The kick was okay. Manganelli coming out, took the mark, but yes, was taken high. Free kick will go to that player. So Toby Manganelli been good in the first quarter and has started well in the second. Goes out wide to Blasio, made a little bit of space for himself. Kicks into the forward line. Crowley leads up, going to take the mark. Front and square was Lowe. Lowe goes quickly back towards the goal square, and the ball is over the boundary line. And the touched, it is.
Yes.
Not out of bounds the full. Umpire says it has been touched, and it will be a ball in to take place. Pretty much beside the behind post. Clubroom's end of the ground, and the ball is thrown back in by the umpire. Miller gets the ball down to the front of the contest.
Jimmy's got the free, I reckon.
Call play on by the umpire.
Well.
Goes to Barth, got the handball away. This time he's been pinged without getting the correct disposal away, and it's Manganelli that's with the recipient.
What do they do when they put their arm out like he's doing now after that free kick? He must be signaling to the other umpires because he had his arm out. That's why I thought it was the free kick to Jimmy Ivins.
Unless he's telling it's his ball now. I don't know, with it moves from area to
put
area.
His arm out. That's why I picked it.
This is going to be a little bit difficult kick coming back into that little bit of a breeze. He kicks. He just goes for the top of the square. Players there. Marcus not taken. Front of the contest. Kicked away by Miller. Goes back outside 50. Coming the other way. Picked up there by Baxter. Manganelli goes backwards. Ends up in the hands of Alford. So Inverleigh have formed that press and they've been able to hold things up. And on the right on the 50, Alford will go back and he will have a look at goal. He's going to go quickly now. Season option. Goes towards Filer, who's pushed forward, and the ball gets out the back. Jarks is down there, got the hand or a high tackle.
He's gone on the ball
and
there, I
he's
think.
done the same thing. Unfortunately, the hand in there was well done. And a free kick will go to Bowman, and it's Josh this time. And he'll go back and try kick his second goal of the afternoon.
You should be able to put your glasses down for this one, Smitty.
Yeah, no, he is a nice kicker of the football. As I said, this is what he does very well. So Bowman comes in now. Looks at goal from about 25 out directly in front. And the umpire he's hit right on the top of the post. I just thought that was still going through then. And it's through for a minor score. So Inverleigh now to 3-3. They trail Bannockburn on 6-6, and Jackie Broman's going to kick the ball in. He goes straight up the ground this time. The ball gets out the back, goes towards Mile. He's looking for some options. Can't see any, so he steadies himself and goes back the other way. Player at the far side of the ground is Bowden, in space by himself. Donahue arrives late. Ball goes quickly towards Hetherington, and he will take the mark. So they've transferred play from one end of the ground to the other very quickly, and now Hetherington has a chance to go back and kick towards goal. Brings it back out towards Cole. Marcus not taken out there. Ball comes to ground, so at ground level it's going towards Donahue. He picks the ball up, looks to go back inside, and the mark is taken. Geordie Drew inside the centre square. Transfer play across the ground. Cations has made good position. He will take the mark on the far side or on centre wing and runs away now from Miles. Knows who he's got chasing him, so he just continues to run. Goes long into the forward line, going back. Mark is not taken. Good spoil from behind by Broman, and you expect nothing else from him. The ball goes over the boundary line in the forward pocket, so we're going to have another throw-in to take place. 12 and a half minutes gone. Second quarter. Commonwealth Hotel. Second quarter scoreboard. It is 6-6. Bannockburn 3-3 Inverleigh.
Boundary throw in now, and it comes. Up she goes. Tapped out by Miller. He gets it down towards Bowden, who can't pick the ball up. Hits his foot and goes straight back over the boundary line. The boundary umpire, I should say, will get his chance to do it all again. Is he going to line it up? Yes, he is. That makes me laugh, that. And he comes now. Miller in the ruck with Crawley. Goes to Harding. Harding gets the ball knocked out of his hand. It goes to the bottom of the pack. And the umpire he's got no choice here but to come in and say, give it to me again, and I'll ball it up. A little bit of scrambly play, a couple of out of bounces, a couple of ball ups. And yet a couple of minutes ago we sent him running down the ground with free-flowing football. Up it goes again. Big jump by Crawley. He can't get it out, though. Comes down towards Howie. He comes out again now. Picked up again here by... he could be holding the ball there too.
Was a free kick, Grub. He did pay it.
Yes, it was Templeton there.
Bath was the tackler.
And Bath will take the free kick. Bath now hasn't got a lot of options. They've got him covered. A kick smothered off the boot. That's a bad one. Middleton comes in, but brilliant play there. Over it goes now. Picked up here by Robinson. Robinson to Broman. They're going to get out of trouble through Middleton. No, they're not. He's dropped the footy. And the umpire says, yes, that's exactly what he's done. And he's given the free kick away. One of the Grosses, is it?
Yeah, Mick Gross.
It's Mick, yeah. Mick. He's a pretty good kick of a football, Mick, but I reckon he needs a lead somewhere. No, he's going to either kick the goal or drop it in the square. He's put it right into the goal square. Bit of a push and shove match down there, but I think that's Harding behind the play. Grabs the ball now, puts it out towards the back pocket. Up they go. Kicked up by the Bannockburn defence, but it's spoiled beautifully over the boundary line. They got out of trouble there, Bannockburn. It looked like they were going to get back into it, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds with about 15 minutes gone into the second quarter. Way out on the half-forward flank there for Inverleigh. Hybens is going to contest the ruck again with Cole this time. Up they go. No one really gets it to maybe Hybens. Goes down to Billy Cations. Billy Cations gets a handball. Comes in now. Kick into the forward line. Up they go. And it's a free kick, a holding free kick, but it is going to go to the Bannockburn Tigers. And it's going to go to Connor Jervis. No, it's going to go back there again to
Luke Bowden.
Luke Bowden, I think. Bowden now. Deep in defence. Hasn't got much option, so he goes short. And it good little pass there, and that'll...
Tommy Bath.
That is Tommy Bath, yeah. I had him written down there. Tommy Bath, he goes over towards Cole. Cole now gets a little kick in, goes over towards Harding. Just keeps it in. No, he doesn't. The ball goes out of bounds. He tried to stooge the umpire then, BJ. He got a bit of experience, but the young umpire was too good for him. He comes in. He's going to throw it in. Half-forward flank for Inverleigh. And he comes now. Throws it in. Again, Cole versus Hybens. It's happened a few times today. Up they go. Hybens gets a tap out forward, then gets a secondary tap out. Comes out towards Donnie. No one can pick it up. Peters is in there as well. Picked up a little scrubby kick off the ground. Goes out towards Broman. Oh, beautifully taken away from him. I couldn't see that bloke flying across the pack was. Took it away, but the ball's back in underneath the pack again. Picked out by the Bannockburn defence, and they go wide. Oh, a mark should have been taken there. Wasn't by Robinson, I think. And another mark coming back into the forward line now. And Inverleigh have the ball. Puts it in towards the forward line. Deep into the forward line, and a great mark there. Who's that, Smitty? That's
Josh Cole.
Josh Cole. What a magnificent mark in defence for Josh Cole. Deep in defence again. Comes out towards the half-back flank. Hetherington goes up and takes a good mark in the air. Hetherington, he's got a couple short. He's going to elect to go towards Jervis. Jervis takes a mark under pressure from Best. Decides to go back and steady things down. Got Middleton wide. That decides to ignore him and kick it long down the line, down the boundary line. Up they go. Tom gets a push. Comes out to Jarks. The umpire's seen the push, and it'll go to Tom. That's brilliant umpire. He was the secondary umpire, but it was a definite push to Tom, no doubt about it. Puts it in towards the forward pocket. Miles, still too far out to score, Bannockburn. Needs another option. Now Miles takes his time. He's waiting for the options. The umpire's got a call to play on shortly. He does now. Puts it in towards Jarks. Jarks goes up unattended and takes a mark 25 metres out. Gee, I don't know how he got left unattended there, but he just got himself in the right position. And that's what he does, this kid. He doesn't get 50 possessions a game, but what he does, he's so dangerous, Jarks. Don't make a fool of me now, mate. Go back and kick the goal.
I'll tell you what, you want to have the ball in Jake Miles' hand as much as possible, because when he uses the ball, Grub, he doesn't miss too many targets.
Absolutely fantastic. He waited and waited and waited till he was ready to kick it. Jarks comes in, puts it right through the middle. The umpire says the two fingers go up, and Bannockburn, after the play burn up the other end of the ground for a whole lot of time, Bannockburn now move on to 7-6-48, and they lead Inverleigh 3-3-21 on the Comna Fiend scoreboard.
Yes, they've done that nicely. As I said, they Inverleigh have had the ball and held it up for about 3 or 4, even 5 minutes, and they just couldn't score a goal, and Bannockburn have been able to take it down the ground. As I said, a bit of a push in the back here. Well used the ball from centre wing. 2 good kicks, and they have got themselves a goal. And just take that margin back out beyond 4 goals at the present time. So we're back in the middle we go once again. It's Cole doing the ruck work. This time he gets it down low, gets the kick back in towards half forward. Soldier comes up, tries to take possession of the ball. Can't do so yet, but he has Gros there with him. That was Mick. It's picked up by Robinson. He worked his way out of the contest very nicely. Then kicked the ball back towards Jark. He's leading up. He's got a bit of confidence at the moment, young Jarks, and he's getting a few possessions of the ball. His kick is low and flat. Goes towards Scott. He's got some time and some space. He goes long back towards the goal square. Miles is there. Ball, Jake Miles, good mark at the back of the contest. The smallest bloke in there, and he will go back and shoot for goal. Has won this afternoon and will shoot for goal number 2.
Anarchy 3 goals up on West. Bit of a turn up there. Belpost still 3 goals up on Werribee Centrals. Bit of a turn up there. Thompson in front by 5 to Belmont. 11-1 Corio.
So Miles steps in now, kicks a goal. A little stabbed umpire just stands and looks back over his head. That's his second goal of the afternoon, and now the 8th for Bannockburn. They are 8 goals, 6, and they lead Inverleigh on 3-3. We've ticked over nearly 20 minutes. Second quarter, Commonwealth Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, I tell you what, you were right on the money before the game when you mentioned Jake Miles. If he's not in the pack, getting it out in where the real going's really hard, he's out on the flank, kicking it to position or kicking goals. As you said, his kicking's magnificent, and he's been an inspiration to him today.
So back in the middle we go once again. It's Balls trying to work out there. Cations picked it up. He's tackled, brought to ground, got handball away, which was good. Went towards Best, dashed out of the contest. Now runs back towards centre wing, takes him on. Little kick out wide. Went's looking for Gerard. He's got the ball now. Handball's up over the top. Has Condi, I think, out there in space. Goes back over the top to Mick Groz. Groz has got time in the left boot. Kicks into the forward line. Picked up Soldic. Didn't take it cleanly. Hoey's there. Ball at ground level now. Needs to be won. Umpire surrounds. Not going to come out. Umpire will take possession as Mick Groz emerged with it. So it's going to be a ball up to take place. About 20 metres out from the Inverleigh goal. Hyben's doing the ruck work. Just bashes it back towards the goal square. Picked up Bowman. Couldn't do so. Bowden is there. Well, actually, it was Tommy Parsons. Got the handball back. Broman now towards BJ Harding. Miller has just come on the ground. Positioned himself nicely. Bucked onto you. Didn't take the mark. Had 2-on-1. 2-on-1 will always win. Then Connor Jervis just decides to kick it straight over the boundary line. Free kick goes to Inverleigh. And free kick's going to go to Templeton. No, it's not. Dan Groz is going to take the free kick. So Dan Groz now looking at some options. Going to go back and inside. Billy Cations is the first target. So he goes backwards. Now he's got de Blasio. He's got Baxter backward of him if he needs to go that direction. Templeton out here in space by himself. He decides to go in that direction. Goes towards Grozdanovsky. Ball gets through the contest. He's got time to steady and look further afield. Kick was poor off the boot. Goes back towards the boundary line. Best was there. And the ball goes now over the boundary line. And have a throw in will take place just on centre wing. So ball will be thrown back in. Just still attacking side for the Inverleigh team. And just in front of the club rooms here. So ball thrown back in by the umpire. Ball comes down, goes towards Hislop. Picked up there, Templeton. Good interception from Tyquin. Goes back to Cole. Cole to Middleton. Had time and space. Look, kick back into the forward line. Going back. Mark not taking at ground level. First there is Goz. That's Dan. Goes to Baxter. Baxter got the handball away from Alford. He can't take clean possession. Jarks is there. Picks the... taken high in the contact.
Play on, he's called.
Play on, says the umpire. Both umpires were sitting out the other side. Handball over the top. We'll call it that. Condi kick smothered. Picked up Tyquin. Goes to Middleton. Intercepted by Bowden on the left boot. Goes back inside. Hetherington runs onto it. Picked up by Miles. He'll use it well. Gets in and out of trouble. Got the handball away to Hoey. Hoey kicks back to the goal square. Who'll take it? Alford got the handball away to Gerard. He couldn't take clean possession. Ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in right beside the behind post. Bannockburn in attack. 8-6 Bannockburn. 3-3 to Inverleigh.
Boundary umpire. Comes in, throws it in. Miller and Hybens. Hybens gets the tap out. Billy Cation's in there. No, can't get it out. Jarks is in there too, but it's handball by Baxter, I think it was, and he's gone towards the goals. They're trying to tap it through, and eventually they do just that. And that's another point onto the Bannockburn side. Bannockburn 8-6, 3-3 Inverleigh. Out to Garrard now. Ryan Garrard, I should say. Garrard. Garrard will do.
Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty will do. And Rusty gone to the left boot. As usual, it's a bad kick. I can't believe he's kicked it that bad in Hislop. He's jumped in and taken an easy mark. He'll now go high and long in towards the forward line. You've got to be a good player to mark that one there everywhere. And no one can pick the ball up. Almost from Scott, but he couldn't quite get the foot to it. And the ball, again, gets rushed through for a behind to Inverleigh. Inverleigh come back out now through into Billy Cations. Cations has a bit of a run. Goes out towards the wing position. Probably should have went down the middle, but he's gone out to the wing to almost a 2-on-1. Good stuff there. No one can pick it up. The boundary line will beat him. No, it won't. Bannockburn get there to make it a 3-1 competition now. That's bad kick, Billy. And up they go, and a good mark there by Tyquin. Tyquin, long kick into the forward line. He's looking for Miles. Gives a bit of a shove, Miles, but doesn't take the mark. No one can pick it up now as the ball hits the deck. And the umpire will come in and say, boys, give it to me, and I'll throw it up. Only about 25 metres, 20 metres around from the Bannockburn goal. They need Peters back on these blokes. Up it goes. Oh, it's picked up by Inverleigh and they come out of it through de Blasio. De Blasio just handballs it anywhere. Teichmann's going to try and pick it up and the ball again beats him over the boundary line and it'll be a throw in this time about 30 metres around from the Bannockburn goal. 8-8-56, 3-3-21 and we've gone almost 25 minutes of the second quarter out here at Victoria Park.
Lenny, we've got him off the chain link. Don't worry about that. Ball thrown back in by the umpire. Front of the contest. It goes back towards Robinson. He can't take clean possession from the pack. Emerges. It was Best. Got it to Gerard. Little tip over the top. Donahue got runners outside. Goes back to Best. And from centre wing he goes into the half-forward line. McEwen leads in the race for the ball. He picks it up. Coming in from behind. He got tackled. There's a 2-on-1. He's done well so far, but he's going to lose possession. It's picked up by Parsons, who'll put it back towards centre wing. And Teichmann, again, he's had a number of possessions in this quarter.
Well.
He's done well. He goes quickly towards Jai Robinson. Grading across there was Grozdanovsky. Ball not kept in. Says the umpire, has gone over the boundary line. And just as well because Jai Robinson was about to disappear with the ball. Umpire throwing it back in as we see Cole push up. Hyben's already in that contest. Thrown now back in by the umpire. Half-forward line. Ball thrown back in. Hyben's front position. Ball tapped down. Again, they go after de Blasio. He's tackled. Robinson trying to take it out of the arms of that player, but unfortunately, umpire will come in and take possession. So thrown back up quickly by the umpire again. Hybens, they go at it. Miles from the contest. He got boot to ball. Able to swing it in towards the half-forward line. Coming through. Kicked further by Donahue. Ball gets out the back. Broman is there by himself. Has time to steady. Looks up. Use the ball generally pretty well. Good lead. And good at Jason Tom pushing right up the ground. So Tom now, here's his target. Goes back towards Scott. He's going to be the target. Violet from behind. Ball gets out the back. Violet taking the mark.
That's actually a mark in the finish.
It was. He did that nicely. And Jack Violet gives the handball away, goes back towards Templeton. Again, they switch direction, go across the ground, out towards Best. Running player inside is going to be Baxter. Baxter looks up, looking for his option. He comes across the ground. Kick had to be good. Hit Alford, didn't hit him on the full, but Donahue's there for support. He uses the ball nicely. Comes out towards Manganelli. Where's the next kick go to? Over the top, goes towards Soldic. Soldic goes quickly back towards the goal square. Grozdanovsky's there, and he takes a mark. Did that nicely, got out the back, and good use of the ball. We'll see Mick Gross go back and shoot for his second goal of the quarter.
That's better football by the Hawks. Jeez, he snuck around a little bit too. He's opened up the angle for himself a little bit, Smithy.
He's still taking sideways steps, Grub.
Yeah, I know. The umpire should be saying, hey, get back around, I reckon. He's taking a few sideways steps.
So he steps in now, Mick Gross, and he's hit the post.
That's
again.
The
second time of the quarter they've hit the post. And that moves them along to 3-4, 8-8 Bannockburn. 27.5 minutes gone. Second quarter. Cornerfine Hotel second quarter scoreboard.
Stay on, Matty. You're going too well, son. Out it comes now. Deep in defence. Bannockburn puts it up towards the half-forward flank wing area. Beautiful football by Best. They need him firing.
Siren.
And a siren beats the mark, which was going to go to young McEwen. And a great quarter again from the Bannockburn Tigers. They go to 8-8. 56. They lead Inverleigh at halftime 3-3-21.